I'm back with another review. It's gonna be much better than my One Piece review, I'll tell you that much. Animaniacs was one of my favorite cartoons growing up, and it's still one of my favorites to this very day. For those who don't know, Animaniacs was a 90s cartoon that combined sketch comedy with the slapstick and the satire of the Looney Tunes. The show had a wide cast of colorful characters, each with their own segments on the show. Some were good, others not so good. The series ran from 1993 to 1998, spanning 99 episodes, and in 1999, Warner Brothers gave this show a grand finale in the form of the direct-to-video film, Wakko's Wish. Personally, I love this movie. It's one of my favorite things to watch during the holiday season, and I decided to do this movie justice and give it a professional video review, as I can't seem to find a single review of it on YouTube anywhere. Now, just a fair warning, this review has spoilers, but come on, this movie's 15 years old. You've had plenty of time to watch it. Alright, so here's the story. Wakko's Wish takes all the Animaniacs characters and puts them in a medieval-esque village called Acme Falls, which is under the rule of Sir William the Good. And so far, everything is all fine and dandy. But when King William passes away, King Salazar the Pushy of a neighboring nation takes over and makes everybody miserable thanks to overtaxing. The Warner siblings are orphans living on the street, and they have it worse than anybody else, especially Dot, who desperately needs an operation. Wakko Warner decides to go out into the world to make some money to pay for Dot's operation, and he comes back with, get this, a hay penny, an entire full year's salary, a whole half penny. And everybody treats this hay penny like it's $1 billion. They must be really broke. But unfortunately, thanks to overtaxing, Wakko loses that hay penny in a matter of minutes, and he is destitute once again. Desperate, Wakko makes a wish upon a star later that night, and he just so happens to have wished on the one wishing star in the entire sky, which then falls into the mountains. The first one to touch the star gets their wish granted, and so the Warners set off to be the first ones there. But the rest of the Animaniacs cast is also after the star, as well as King Salazar. And so the race is on. Now, this movie has many redeeming qualities, such as good animation, good cinematography, nice coloring, but where it truly excels is in the audio aspect. Animaniacs was always well known for its musical score, and the composers did an excellent job making catchy and memorable themes. The voice actors also gave a great performance, and they really give life to the characters, especially the Warners. Kudos go out to Rob Paulsen, Tress MacNeille, and Jess Harnell, respectively. I mean, the scene where Dot supposedly dies was rather emotional, something that the show never did to my knowledge, and if you didn't shed a tear watching this scene the first time, or at least feel something, you're lying. I mean, Dot's performance was really good, but I just lost it when Yakko started to cry. On top of that, the movie has what you'd come to expect from an Animaniacs episode, and that is slapstick humor, fourth wall jokes, and pop culture references. And this is especially evident in the final act of the film, when the Warner siblings meet up with King Salazar himself and do what they do best: troll the hell out of their new special friend. I was also happy with how this movie ended. While I won't spoil how it ends, I will say that it ends in a way fitting to the Animaniacs' style. And what Wakko wishes for is just beyond humorous. Now, I don't have many negative things to say about this movie, but what little I do have to say falls back into the audio aspect, even though I just praised that to no end. Most of the scenes with King Salazar tend to move a little slow, and I think it has something to do with his voice. It's just the kind of voice that makes me want to fall asleep. Also, I think this movie had one too many musical numbers. I think they could have done without at least a few songs. Now, this one is a bit of a personal nitpick, but I thought Wakko's Wish could have had a bit more of that charm that Animaniacs was known for, like more fourth wall jokes, pop culture references, the whole shebang. The final act of the movie did this perfectly, and that's why it's my favorite part. There's still some jokes and references here and there throughout the movie, but they're not as common as I'd like them to be. Again, I'm just nitpicking, and these little problems don't make the movie bad by any means. Another complaint, oh god, when will I stop, which isn't related to the movie's content, is that I wish this movie would get an official DVD release. Warner Brothers, is that so much to ask? iTunes and Netflix don't cut it for me, and while various television stations show this movie yearly around the holiday season, I'd like to be able to just pop it into my DVD player and watch it anytime I want. Who knows? Animaniacs Volume 4 is coming out soon, maybe they'll put Wakko's Wish on DVD someday. So, in conclusion, Wakko's Wish is a very solid film that still stands up well today. Exceptional voice acting and music, jokes for kids and adults alike, a moral for both kids and adults, and as an Animaniacs fan, I say this film is worthy to call itself a finale to such an amazing and inspirational series, although it could have been a little better in some places. You know. I give Wakko's Wish an 8 out of 10 with a title of great, and highly advise you to watch it this holiday season. Alright, so if you could have one wish come true, what would you wish for? I am interested in what you guys have to say. Oh, and if you live in America, make sure to watch Animaniacs. It's back on TV on the Hub starting December 24th. You lucky bastards.